All right, all right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? Ayo! What's up, my TTG fam? What's going on, everybody? I hope you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving. To all of my American TTG fam, I know we have a lot of international members. We have TTG members from all over the world, literally all over the world. We got members, obviously, Canada. We've got Hong Kong, Singapore, UK, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Australia, Philippines, Thailand, Japan. We've got active military that's in the Middle East. Thank you for your service, my active military. We got members from all over the world. So for my American TGG family members, hope you guys had a fantastic, wonderful, safe, and enjoyable Thanksgiving. And then we came back here today with a short day, half a day, right? Black Friday, half a day. But man, was it a good one. Man, was it a good one. Guys, I hit a monster. I hit a monster today in QS. QS, absolute beast. Now, I did exit the rest of the BLNK put options that I entered on Monday. Okay, so if you guys have been following my channel for a while, I entered some puts on Monday. I took some profits on Tuesday when the stock had that big sell-off down to 25, and I got out of the rest today. So overall net negative on the trade. That was a losing trade for those of you that are following along with that swing trade. So that was overall net negative. Okay, but I am out of that trade now. It's just the volatility on them has really slowed down. And now I'm getting into time decay, and the premium on these contracts is really, the stock is lower, much lower than where it was when I bought the put options on Monday. So the direction on the trade was correct, but just between the implied volatility and the time decay, the premium on those contracts just keeps getting eaten away at, and I don't want to sit in it. I don't want to sit in it, if my timing is off, because I still do think that Blink is back down to like $18 or $19 by the time that those contracts expire. But, if my timing is off with that and it happens maybe a week from now, those contracts are gonna just drift. I got out of them at 350. They could drop all the way to 275. It's just too much risk for me to just sit there and hold it if my timing's off. So I'm out of those. All right, I'm out of those. Managing the risk, I'm out of those trades, out of those options. But today, home run, monster winning QS just completely makes it seem like that BLMK trade today never even happened. Now, I realized the loss today on the BLMK trade, but even though realizing that loss, still a beautiful P&L day thanks to the home run that we hit on QS. QS today is a SPAC. It's a SPAC play, electric vehicle related. They make batteries for electric vehicle stocks, electric vehicle companies, and the stock went nuts today. Okay, the merger there being completed, and the CEO was on CNBC today to talk about it. There's a couple of things that we're going to discuss on this live stream today as we recap the QS trade, and that has everything to do with kind of. I kind of almost want to say like being aware of your surroundings type of scenario, because there were a lot of different factors that went into me buying SQ. And I bought it not once, but I bought it twice, and we crushed it not once, but twice. So this live is going to be a little bit of a combination of how to combine fundamental analysis and like overall sentiment and understanding like fundamental catalysts and technical analysis, because we had the perfect combination of those two things today in QS. It was the perfect storm. It was the perfect fundamental catalysts, and it was the perfect technical catalyst. And whenever you can get yourself in a position like that, guys, you have to attack it. You have to attack. And that's why I went after this trade not once, but twice, because, as a day trader, I'll make a lot of trades. Even as a swing trader, I'll make a lot of trades based off technicals alone. But when you have situations where technicals and fundamentals align, you're not going to get much better than that, guys. You're not going to get situations that are going to be much better than that. And that's why I went after this QS. I bought it around 26. We took profits all the way up. I bought it again around 30, took profits all the way up to like 30, was it 36 and change. So $10 a share from the initial entry, guys. I mean, on a few thousand shares, it's a nice day, and I did it twice. So I bought it once and then bought it back. And, so it's a really nice win today. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to use fundamental catalysts or fundamental analysis in conjunction with technical analysis and like chart setups and indicators, support levels, to give me the confidence to go after a trade and to go after it aggressively, which is what happened today in QS, and it worked out beautifully. All right. So welcome to the TGD live stream. Those of you that are brand new, first thing you guys want to do, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you guys never miss out any one of these live streams. I'm always doing lives every day, recapping the action from the day. And not only do we talk about trade ideas and trade recaps like we're going to get into here today, but we go over lessons, crucial lessons, whether it's a technical lesson, a fundamental lesson, a mental lesson. Today, we're getting fundamental and technical lessons on today's trade action. So whether it's, either one of those day trading, swing trading, stocks, options, we cover stuff like, we trade it all here on the TGD YouTube channel. So like I said, you guys want to subscribe to the channel. For those that may not know who I am, my name is Michael Edward, guys. I am the head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group. I began my trading career working for a hedge fund. That is where I got my education. That is what I use in all of my trading here now today. Fast forward 16 years later, I've been trading now. And that education that I got when I worked at the hedge fund is what I pass on to my TGD members. And I give you a glimpse of that for free here on the YouTube channel. So make sure you guys subscribe. All right. Also, go ahead real quick and give me a follow on Twitter. My Twitter handle is right there at the bottom of your screen, at @MikeEdward_TTG, at @MikeEdward_TTG. Give me guys, give me a follow there. I'm always posting trade ideas, trade recaps, educational stuff. So go ahead and give me a follow there on Twitter. All right. My Twitter handle is right there down at the bottom of your screen. All right. So what we're going to do here, guys, listen, I know it's Black Friday. I know you guys probably have some shopping that you want to do. So I'm not going to keep the live as long as we usually I usually stream for about 2 hours or so. Right now we're live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Won't be a full 2 hours, guys, maybe a little less. All right. I'm going to start the live stream off with a blanket open floor Q&A. Same way that we start off every live stream with that Q&A sessions, for you guys can go ahead and ask me some questions while I give some time for people to log on. Like I said, it was a half day today. Markets closed now. We closed at 1 p.m. Eastern. So I hope all of you that had no intention on swinging a position over the weekend, I hope that you exited before 1 p.m. Eastern time. So go ahead, guys, fire away, ask me questions before we get into the lessons of the day regarding QS. Stocks versus Forex. Why stocks? I like them so much better than Forex. Forex is not for retail, should not trade Forex. What I mean by retail is your average, just, run-of-the-mill trader should not necessarily trade Forex. And the reason why I don't think you should trade Forex is because you have to have such a greater understanding of global economics for you to be a successful Forex trader, and the average person doesn't. Understanding what's going to make, the British pound or the yen or the US dollar, the Canadian dollar versus the euro versus the Aussie versus the Swiss franc, for you to have an understanding on what's going to make those currencies fluctuate. It's not as simple as just, okay, here's a support level, here's a resistance level. Although there are technicals that are traded with Forex, there are technicals. But I just think it requires a more thorough understanding of a macro view that the average person just simply doesn't have. So I think that you're going to be better off putting yourself in situations where you have a much greater advantage, and that advantage could be a stronger reliance on technical analysis, and a stronger understanding, or a better understanding, I should say, of fundamental catalysts and like market sentiment. Like, it's a lot easier for someone to understand why the stock market is weak or strong than it is for them to understand why the Swiss franc is weak or strong. So, you know, that's why I recommend that, at least for, you know, if you're a seasoned trader and you're a professional trader, then of course, yeah, a lot of people trade Forex. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose all your money. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Happy late Thanksgiving to you all as well. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. I really do. I'm thankful to be able to do what I love every single day. There are more people than not that are not as fortunate and lucky to say that they get to wake up every single day and do exactly what they love and what they're passionate about. Very few people in the world get to say that. And I'm blessed and thankful for being able to say that. And I'm blessed and thankful for doing it each and every single day with all of you, my TTG fam. You guys are the best. This is why I do it. You guys are the best. All right. So I see some of you are talking about, a lot of you are talking about issues you had today with QX. Issues that you guys had today with QS. QS was the new ticker symbol from KCAC. So it was a SPAC that completed a merger of Quantum Space, which is the battery maker for EV cars, and they changed their ticker symbol to QS. Okay, so if you guys were typing in QS on your trading platform, it might not have recognized the symbol change. So you might have had to type in KCAC. If they still had it under the old ticker symbol. Okay, if you still had it, I think there was a couple of people in chat today that said Thinkorswim was not supporting the QS ticker symbol. We actually had some people that were long the old shares and then were not able to sell today. And I was telling them, I go, listen, if the platform is not supporting it, if you guys are trying to sell and you're trying to type in QS and it's not coming up, try typing in KCAC. If KCAC does not come up, you got to call your broker right now and tell them, hey, I want to get in here. I want to sell my shares, as the stock was up huge today. Stay in YJ or get out. Ooh. I didn't even see what it did today. I didn't get in that YJ. Oh man. I don't see any reason to be in it at this moment. Don't see any reason to be in it at this moment. You know, maybe this thing bounces off of 325, but that's still a long ways away. You know, I never bought this stock the other day because it never held the 550. It pierced right through it right off the bell. So we ended up never getting in it in True Trading Group. This was something that, well, I traded it the other day. I traded YJ on Tuesday. We caught like a 24% gain on it, but it started to move higher after hours Tuesday. Wednesday, it was on watch. If it was able to hold 550 right off the opening bell, it just dropped, halted on the way down. So we ended up never getting back into that trade. Now it's all the way down to 381. I don't really see anything right now that makes me feel like this is a good long. I would suggest getting out of it. You know, see what happens now Monday. If this thing, you know, opens down around 350, 360, you just got to get out of it. And if you get a gap up on Monday for whatever reason, I still think you just take advantage of the gap up to reduce your risk and cut your loss a little bit lower. I suggest getting out of it regardless. What about ACB? Oh no. Anytime ACB, anytime Aurora moves higher, sell it and or short it. What websites are you using to stay on top of the news? Roy, we have a live news feed directly in our chat room. So we don't need websites or anything like that. We actually have, that's included with a True Trading Group membership, is a live feed that is from Benzinga Pro that feeds us real-time news. So we get news alerts in chat, breaking to the second, through our Benzinga Pro news feed. So we don't necessarily have to use other websites or anything like that. I do also keep CNBC on my television all day long. So while I'm trading, CNBC is on the television. It actually had a lot to do with my trade today. My trade today, CNBC had a lot to do with my trade today. How helpful is the swing trading course? I'm excited to start it. Justin, it's great. It's great. I mean, for traders that are more interested in the swing trading than the day trading, they're great. It's great. Lucas says, is Palantir a swing trade? No. Palantir I can't, people that were long Palantir from the IPO, which a lot of people in TTG were. So Jason Spadafora, he was long from like $10 off the IPO, and he sold out at 20. Now the stock's like 30. Would it go to 32 or something like that? After the move that stock has made, I can't with a straight face say, yeah, sink your teeth into it long. If I was in the trade at this point, I would be taking profit. I'd be selling. So if I would be selling the stock, I'm not going to tell you that I think you should buy it. Jeremy Long, if you had a $20,000 account, how big would your position sizes be for a small cap trade versus large cap? Completely wrong way to ask that question, Jeremy. Your position size is irrelevant. It's your risk per trade that you have to worry about. It's your risk per trade that you have to worry about, not your position size. So you have to make sure, Jeremy, that you are risking the same dollar amount on every trade. So you have to have a dollar amount that you're comfortable risking per trade. Now, let's say if that number is $200 for you, I'm just making up a number. I have no idea what the number is for you, but let's say $200 is what you're comfortable risking per trade. Then you have to position size yourself every trade so that if you are wrong and you get stopped out, you lose that $200. Okay, so if you are buying a small cap and you don't set your stop loss based on some arbitrary number and say, okay, I'm just going to risk this percentage. You set your stop loss based on where your stop loss needs to be according to the chart pattern. So if you're looking at a particular chart setup, there's going to be a level where you're going to say, okay, if the stock breaks below this level, then this setup is no longer intact. So therefore I should get out of the trade. That's where your stop losses go. Okay. They don't go just magically where you want them to go. That's where they go. And then what you'll do is you'll say to yourself, okay, if you buy a stock at 5 and your stop loss is 450, for example, that's 10%. That's a 10% loss. Okay. So, but that's okay if you think the stock's going to 7. Okay. That's okay if the stock's going to 7, that's a 40% gain. So you're going to risk 10 to make 40. Perfect. So if you are, in that type of situation, if you're trying to only risk $200, then in that situation, okay, you've got to buy. Sorry guys, just reading a message. You've got to buy enough. You have to calculate what your position size will be so that if you get stopped out, you lose $200. Now in that situation, it's going to be 400 shares. 400 shares, because if you risk 50 cents on 400 shares, that's $200 loss. Now, what's 400 shares times a $5 entry price? That's $2,000. So you'd have a $2,000 position size, and you'd be risking $200. Now, go to a large cap trade where maybe you're buying a stock at 100, and your stop loss, let's say, is 99. Okay, that's just based on the chart pattern. That's where your stop loss is, but you only want to risk $200. Okay, so then what are you going to do at that $100 price point? You're going to buy 200 shares. 200 shares, and if you lose $1 a share from 100 to 99, that is a $200 loss. But what's 200 shares times 100? That's $20,000. Your stop loss in this case is only 1%. Okay, And that's how you get your $200 loss. So now that is an example, Jeremy, where you have a $2,000 position size and you have a $10,000 position, $20,000 position size, but you're still risking the exact same $200 on each trade. And that is how you guys properly manage risk, and that's how you properly adjust position size to account for the stocks that you guys are trading. Hey, Mike, do you see a run up in the overall market up to the end of the year? Thanks in advance. That's from Sakone on Twitter. I do actually. I do actually see new all-time highs. I think the markets make new all-time highs. I think we make new all-time highs because I think you're going to get more news regarding vaccines. The news headline that I'm looking for that could potentially really cause problems is issues and problems regarding the logistics of vaccine distribution and vaccine supply. If there's not enough vaccine being manufactured and there's issues with the logistics for distributing those vaccines, that's where I think the markets will run into a serious problem. You'll see the markets really start to pull themselves back. But other than that happening, I don't see there being like any type of a big sell-off. Could we just kind of chop around a little bit? Sure we can. But I think it's more likely that we push to new all-time highs on the SPY. I know we just hit new all-time highs on the Dow. I think that it's likely we push to new all-time highs before we continue to go. Yes, and the Georgia Senate, the runoff on January 5th, but that'll be next year. I guess this person's question was going into the end of the year. Come January 5th, if the Georgia runoffs, if the Republicans lose that and it goes to full Democrat control Senate, and then you have a Democrat White House, a Democrat House of Reps, and a Democrat Senate, the markets will sell off. The markets are not going to like that. The market's going to like that. The market wants the gridlock. The market wants a Dem and Republican balance. The markets don't want a clean sweep. A lot of the reason why the markets rallied after the election was not because of a Biden victory or a Trump victory. The markets would have done what they did after the election regardless, because the markets liked the Democrat and Republican, the balance in Senate. So the markets like gridlock. The markets always have liked gridlock because the markets don't want there to be any chance of any like far left or any far right type of policies get implemented and passed through Congress like that. So the reason why the markets will like the Republicans to keep control of the Senate is because it has a less likely chance of there being any type of big increase in corporate tax rate, any big increase in capital gains tax, any just overall large increase in taxes. The markets aren't going to like that. So the fact that you still have the Republican-controlled Senate, the markets feel like that'll keep any type of tax increase. It'll keep it, what the markets would consider a reasonable level, or where the markets won't react in a negative way. And then you have stimulus, and a lot of people that are going to make the argument, they're like, oh, but if the Democrats take over the Senate, you're going to get a bigger stimulus package, is what they feel like, where maybe instead of getting 1.8, you get 2.4 or 2.6 or 2.8 or 3.2, whatever the number is. I feel like that part of it is irrelevant, because regardless of who controls the Senate, you're going to get stimulus regardless. You're going to get a stimulus plan after the new year. That everybody knows. It's just a matter of how much. Now, if it's 1.8 or 2.6, does it really matter? Personally, I don't think so. I think the stimulus is the stimulus, and I think the markets have come to accept the fact that we're going to get the stimulus. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of, how much. And once we get into the new year, you're going to have those two things that are going to be tailwinds for the market, which will be vaccine and stimulus. So I think the markets want the gridlock. I think if the Democrats take over the Senate, I think the markets actually sell that off, because the markets are not going to like that. Next question. So where exactly where exactly at support does a stop loss go? Your stop loss needs to go below the support level, not in it. All right. The stop loss has to go below your support level, not in it. So if you have, let's say you have a support level at $5, okay, you can't set your stop loss at $5. You can't set your stop loss at $4.98. You know, support levels are areas. They're not like one particular price. So you want to make sure you're giving yourself enough room so that that level has a chance to hold. Okay, that's why I use mental stop losses. You know, if you're going to set if I'm saying there's support at 5 and you're going to set a physical hard stop loss, you can't set it at 498, 499, you know, 501, $5. You can't do that. That is the support level. You'll be stopping out into the support. You know, a stock can come down to 494 and go back to 530, and the $5 level would have still held. So I always, you know, will give myself just whatever the support level is, slightly beneath it. And how far beneath it, that depends. That depends on how volatile is the stock. Okay. Is this a stock that is moving, you know, 5-10 cents at a time? Or is this a stock that's whipping around $1 or 50 cents at a time? You know, is this a stock that has a 1 cent spread? Or is this a stock that has a 25-cent spread? You know, I mean, how volatile that stock is going to determine where or how wide of a range a support level actually is. You know, so you've got to look at it. Yeah, you have to think of it that way. So just the more volatile the stock, the more room you've got to give it. You know, the more volatile the stock, the more room you've got to give it. But nonetheless, it's got to be below the support level. It can't be at it or right beneath it. Alan, I traded some SPY today and made out decent. How do you find your support, say, on the SPY? If it was running up in pre-market, would you take the most recent support? No. No, I don't base my support levels on pre-market. Pre-market levels are not as significant as levels that are put in place while the market's open. You have to think of it this way. Pre-market is only a fraction of the market participants are trading pre-market. So it's not all the volume. It's not all your market players. Once the bell rings, that's 100% of your market participants. So a support level that holds while the market's open versus support level that holds while the market's closed is going to be more significant. Okay, the one that the market's open. So I base my support and resistance levels based on market hour support and resistance levels. I look at the chart, I look at the daily chart, I look at the 15-minute chart, I look at the hourly chart, and I look up the last several days to several weeks to several months of trading on the SPY to determine where are my support and resistance levels. But no, I'm not just saying, oh, where is support pre-market? That's my level. I'll never do that. What happened to SPCE and Palantir? Profit taking, Bobby, profit taking, especially in Palantir. Is there any advantage, disadvantage for rolling a contract to next week? The advantage is that you stay in the trade. The disadvantage is you realize the loss. So rolling a contract forward, all that means is you're selling a contract you currently own and you're buying the same strike, just a further out expiration. So let's say you owned a call option, $100 strike call option that expired today. And the trade that you were looking at has not triggered yet, but the pattern is still intact and you don't want to get out of the trade. Okay, because I mean your contract expires today, so you don't have a choice. Your contract is going to either expire worthless or you're going to expire in the money and you're going to be asked to exercise the option. But if you don't want to and you still want to be in the trade because you think there's more movement to come next week, then what you would do is roll the contract forward. So you would then sell the today expiration strike, you'd sell the today expiration option at the $100 strike, and you'd buy the same $100 strike, but maybe next week's expiration or the week after that's expiration. So you're going to buy the same strike, but a different option, a different expiration. all that is going to do, it's going to keep you in the trade. Now you can do this manually, or your platform will have an option for you to roll it over, and it'll do it simultaneously. So instead of you manually selling it and then manually going in and then manually buying the next expiration, you can actually, with your platform, just roll the contract forward, and you'll sell the one and buy the other instant at the same exact moment, so that you're not getting any slippage in price. Because by the time you sell one and then you go to buy the other, the price of those could fluctuate a little bit, and you can get a little bit of inefficiency in the price movement of the option. So you can roll them forward. But it's not that there's advantages or disadvantages. It's just you saying, okay, time is up on this trade, but I still want to be in it. So you're going to roll the contract forward. Citron also came out with a thing on Palantir today. I mean, they are overvalued. They are overvalued. A lot of these stocks are overvalued. I mean, God, look at all these EV stocks. Every single one of them is overvalued, including Tesla. Including Tesla. Tesla's overvalued too, but it's not stopping them from going higher. Guys, fun fact, let this sink in. Tesla today has now eclipsed a larger market cap than Berkshire Hathaway. Okay? Let that sink in. Tesla now has a larger market cap than Berkshire Hathaway. Let that sink in. All right, so a lot of these stocks are overvalued. You know, Tesla is overvalued, but that doesn't mean anything, apparently. You know, XPEV, LI, NIO, BLNK, you know, all of these stocks, they're all overvalued. SBE, GP, CIIC, QS, stock I traded today, all of these stocks are overvalued. But the sector's hot. The sector's hot, and investors can't get enough of these electric vehicle stocks, and they keep pushing higher. Yeah, I know. I know Buffett doesn't make electric vehicles. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, Tanya, listen, when it comes to electric vehicle stocks, I'm bullish on electric vehicle stocks long term. It's just too early to tell which ones are your real players or not. You know, the whole sector has exploded right now because of just hype on the sector, with total disregard for fundamentals of the individual companies themselves. Total disregard for fundamentals of the companies themselves. You know, none of these stocks are, if you look at a fundamental valuation, none of them belong where they're trading at from a value standpoint. But stocks don't just trade on fundamentals and value. Stocks trade on forward-looking, you know, excitement, anticipation. You know, I mean, look at Tesla. You know, but that's what's going on in the EV space. Now, my concern is that if you guys invest long-term at these valuations, you have a really high risk of getting caught holding the bag on some of the companies that fail, because many of these companies will fail. Okay. The electric vehicle space is very cash intensive. It's very cash intensive. We know that with Tesla. Okay. You know that Tesla was in jeopardy of going bankrupt a couple of times. You know that Tesla has raised money before in the past. Tesla had to, you know, Elon Musk had to provide a lifeline to the company. He also had to do secondary raises and raise billions of dollars for that company to be eventually get where it is today. Very cash intensive business. And that technology is not cheap. The research and development, the manufacturing of these parts, it's not cheap. It's a cash intensive business. So a lot of these companies, none of these companies are profitable. None of them. Okay, except Tesla. None of these companies are profitable. Okay, like NIO, XPEV, LI, BLNK. None of these companies are profitable. You can add all of them together, and they still don't have a profit. So my concern is that if you start investing at these valuations, you have a lot of risk. You have a lot of risk of either the company just does not succeed on their business plan. The company has to go out and dilute shareholder equity by doing just a large amounts of raises to raise capital. That's going to bring the price of their shares down. And then just overall market competition with, okay, what companies are going to be real players and what companies are going to go out of business. And if you invest in them right now, it's still early in the industry where it's tough for the average investor to kind of see through the hype, to be like, okay, what companies really have the technology? What companies have the management? What companies have the financial structure to really be able to become a real player in the electric vehicle space? Because trust me, the 40 stocks that have been going crazy during the last 2 weeks with the EV hype, they're not all going to make it. Okay, it's not like all of these companies are going to become the next Tesla. It's not the case. Many of these companies are going to completely fail. They're going to go bankrupt, or maybe they'll get acquired, or maybe something else happens. But a lot of them will fail, but then some of them will also become juggernauts in the industry, where you could turn a $10,000 investment to 250 grand over the course of 10 years. You know, you will have that. You will have that in this space. Okay, you will. But I just think that it's better for you to wait. The industry is still so new. It's better for you to wait to kind of see like who's going to be the real player. People are buying these stocks right now as if GM, Ford, Toyota, and Volkswagen don't exist. Like they're buying these stocks as if these companies completely don't exist. And that's foolish for you to think that Ford, GM, Volkswagen are just going to be like, nah, we want nothing to do with the electric vehicle space. GM just announced that they're investing $27 billion into the electric vehicle space. Now, they don't have to go out and raise that money. You think NIO has $27 billion to invest into the space? You think LI has $27 billion to invest in the space? Do you think BLNK has a pot to piss in? They do. BLNK actually does have cash. I'm just throwing out ticker symbols for you guys. Like I'm just throwing out ticker symbols, you know? So the point that I'm making is that a lot of these companies will struggle, but then we'll have ones that become juggernauts that could become, I don't think anyone's going to ever catch Tesla, but you could have company. You don't need to catch Tesla in order for you to make a fortune on these stocks. You don't need it to catch Tesla. But if you're going to invest long-term, okay, like I don't own any of these stocks long-term. I don't own NIO. I don't own XPEV. I don't own GP. I don't own SPE. I don't own LI. I don't own WKHS. I don't own any of those stocks in my long-term portfolio. There's just too much hype in the industry right now for me to come in and say, okay, like this is a real player. So I'm just left it alone. I've been trading them, but we're going to wait for the industry hype to settle so I can get a better feel for like, okay, who's real? Who's real? Believe me, the winning horse in this race, or the winning horses, I should say, because there will be more than one. It's not like believe me, this industry is in its infancy. It's not even the first inning of the electric vehicle market. So there's plenty of time for investors to do their research on these companies and figure out which are the ones that they want to really invest in and hold long term. Because I can't tell you with a straight face that, yeah, I think all these companies 10 years from now, I think all these companies are going to be successful electric vehicle companies. I don't believe that at all. I think maybe 20% of them will be successful electric vehicle companies. Which 20%? That's the part that's yet to be seen. I think NIO is up there. I think NIO is one of the best from what I've seen so far. But how much do you trust, stuff that comes out of China? Look at Luckin Coffee, the next Starbucks, right? Total fraud. Total fraud. So when you have a lot of these electric vehicle stocks that are coming out of China, that's another thing. It's like, well, how much do you trust them? So there definitely is tremendous reward in these stocks right now. There's also tremendous risk. So important that you guys understand that. Don't take this as I'm saying, oh, I'm bearish. I'm not. I'm bullish as hell on the electric vehicle space, but you still got to being bullish doesn't mean you have to be stupid. How much longer do I think until the electric vehicle sector finally sees a correction? Take, for example, the dot-com bubble and or the cannabis bubble. Those bubbles lasted longer than the EV bubble has been going on right now. The EV bubble has been going on for just like 2 weeks. You know, prior to these last 2 weeks, the only companies people really knew of were Tesla, NIO, and Workhorse. Those are like the 3 electric vehicle stocks. Then you had Nikola and KLA. But prior to that, you really didn't have. No one knew what XPEV or LI was. You know, you didn't have all these SPAC mergers. This is all relatively new. It's all relatively new. How much longer can it go on? I have no idea. Longer. The answer is always longer. You know, the answer is always higher. The answer is always lower. Whenever you say, like, how much higher can the stock really go? The answer is always higher. When you say, how much lower can the stock really go? The answer is always lower. You know, how much longer can the stock go higher? How much longer can the stock go lower? It's always longer. You know, there's always. So that's never a good enough reason for you to act. You know, that's never a good enough reason for you to act. To say, okay, well, the stock's gone up for so long, I'm just going to short it now. Why? Why? Because it's got to come down at some point. Well, yeah, well, that's some point. You can short it at 20. And what does that mean? Eventually it comes down. Well, what if it goes from 20 to 50? And then once it gets to 50, it sees a 50% correction. It drops to 25. Well, there's your correction. But guess what? You're short from 20. So what does that mean? Nothing. Nada. Zilch. You got your ass kicked. You know, you got your ass kicked. So don't ever think that just because the stock's gone up for a long time or down for a long time means it can't go further. Nice. Sharon, my man, says, Michael, I have a brother. Good, happy Friday. Just wanted to show some much well-deserved appreciation. I'm finally starting to see the light. Your teachings are priceless. My man, that is music to my ears. Music to my ears. I absolutely love it. Hell yeah. Not only that, I'm able to make winning calls due to your golden nuggets, TTG Heart. Hell yeah, man. That's my goal. My goal. I don't want a bunch of copycats. I don't want a bunch of people. I don't want a bunch of people on TTG just to follow all my trades. Like, I want you guys. I mean, yeah, yes, you want to follow my trades? Great. Like, by all means, let's do it. I always tell you guys what I'm doing before I do it anyway. So, but my goal is for you all to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. My goal is for during the day, like I'm sitting there in chat and you point out setups to me. That's my goal. My goal is for, it's not just, TTG is not follow the leader. TTG is, I want thousands of traders that all have a professional education so that they know what to look for. They know what a grade A setup looks like. Because guys, I'm only one person. You know, the moderators, we only have 2 eyeballs. You know, I can't scour the markets for 1,000 different stocks during the day. Like, I love when I get people that ask me, like, I might have traded like 3 or 4 different stocks on the day. And I'm like, home run here. And like somebody will message and be like, Mike, how come you didn't trade this stock today? And I'm like, what? I can't trade everything. Like, I can't trade every stock that's moving. You know, you've got to have some type of focus on things. You can't just, you know, but it's like my goal is to have my TTG fam for everyone to be able to identify setups on their own and bring setups to my attention, and that I know that you have the right education so that when you bring a setup to my attention, I value your opinion because you got the same education that I got when I worked at a hedge fund, you know? So eventually I want to get it to a point where when you conduct technical analysis on a chart setup and you bring it to my attention, that's the same as if I found it on my own and I did my own technical analysis, because I want to make sure that you learn and I teach you to do your analysis the same way that I do it. And that's how we all become better traders together, where it's not just everyone is sitting there waiting for me to call out a trade. No, I'm sitting there waiting for for someone to say, hey, Mike, take a look at ABC. And I'm like, oh, cool. I wasn't even looking at that stock. Let me pull it up. Wow, this actually looks like a really good setup. I didn't like anything else. I love this. This looks good. Let's go for it. Pull the trigger, make some money. And that's money I could have made that I would not have made otherwise if I didn't have a member that had the education that can identify the setup, identify the opportunity, and bring it to my attention. That's my goal. So Sharon, man, music to my ears. Music to my ears that you're starting to identify and call out winners now on your own. That's exactly what I like to see. No, I never will do that. Clip Pez. Mike, do you ever plan on creating a hedge fund for your TeachD members down the road? No, I do not. Nice, my man, Peter, PJJ says, I wasted thousands on other courses. And then in April, I discovered TTG and stuff here ever since. Beautiful. Guys, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What I'm going to do here now, which same thing I've been doing. Hold on a second here, guys. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do here, just for the last 5 minutes, I'm gonna take questions from newbies. Okay, for the last 5 minutes, I'm taking questions from newbies. All right, if you are a newbie, you guys have never traded before, and maybe you've been shy to ask questions on the live, I want you guys to step forward now and ask questions. Okay, step forward now and ask questions. Don't be shy. For newbies specifically. For newbies specifically. Felicia says, what training do you offer? Felicia, I offer you a simplified version of the same training that I got when I worked at a hedge fund. I'll get into that later on the live stream. What do I recommend for starting with a small trading account? KJ Baldwin, what do I recommend for starting with a small account? You got to get an education first. That's the first thing I recommend is get an education. Don't just start trading without knowing what the hell you're doing. Okay, you'll lose it. You'll lose your small account if you don't know what you're doing. My suggestion to you would be to focus on small cap stocks that are less volatile, not the ones that are going crazy and halting. And then I would tell you to focus on low volatility options as well, like a US Steel, which is something that Jason, one of our head moderators in chat, something he trades on a regular basis. I would recommend you start with some low level volatility options. Stay away from the high volatility options. High volatility options are going to be like Tesla, Roku, SPY. There's going to be higher volatility options. You're going to want to go for the ones that are a little bit of a slower mover. How do I get an order in on a market stop? Obi-Wan. How do I get in? It's just an order on your platform. So when you select your order entry, you're going to have either a stop on quote, or stop limit. Okay, so stop on quote or just stop would be a market stop order. All right, that would be a market stop order. If you guys are new, guys, listen, honestly, if you're new, if you are a newbie right now, tomorrow is Traderpalooza. Okay, tomorrow is Traderpalooza. This is the perfect time for you guys to join us, actually, because tomorrow is a 12-hour long virtual training workshop. Okay, if you guys are new right now, hold on. If you guys are new, if you're a newbie, okay, if you guys are new to trading, right now, type the number 1 in chat right now. If you guys are new. Okay, if you guys are new, type the number 1 in chat right now. Bobby, Zahigra, Gomor, Kamal, Janelle, Sokoi, Darwin, Felicia, K, Tariu, Ada, Christopher, Dimas, wow, Disha, Monaco, McCool, Fahad, Miss L, Ellen, Bill, Noah, Suresh, Obi, Jader, Richard, wow, okay, KJ, Bingo, Frankie Stinky, great username, Frankie Stinky. Wow, James, Jeff, Jonathan Basso, and Dax. Wow. Ethan Horst, a lot of newbies. Diablo, okay. All right, guys, a lot of newbies. We have a lot of newbies here. Guys, listen up. All right, guys, listen up. For those of you that are newbies, all you guys that typed the number 1 in chat, what are your goals getting started with trading? What are your goals right now by you getting started here, by you trying to learn how to trade? What are some of your goals? All of you that just typed the number 1, what are some of your goals? Because this is actually perfect timing. Basic patterns, understand the market, be a successful day trader, trade spreads, long-term investing, make $100 a day, become a full-time trader, make 150. Who cares? You are ignoring serious questions. Big trader, I don't know what your serious question was, but I'll just mute you. I don't have time for that. Financial freedom, to earn money, to not lose money, how to identify winning investments. Yep, big trader, buy. Learn about stocks, replace income, pay off student loans, quit job, be debt free. All right, good. All right, cool, guys. All right, so this is good. So this is this is good because what you guys have here are realistic goals. Okay, it's important for you guys to set realistic goals for yourselves as newbie traders. Like just to say, oh, I want to become rich. That's not a good goal for you to set because it's not something that you can cross off throughout your journey for you guys to achieve. To say like, okay, I want to make $100 a day. That's an achievable goal. You can cross that off and set a new goal to make 200. So it's important for you to set those realistic goals, supplement your income. These are pay off student debt. Like these are all really good goals that you guys can be setting for yourselves. And they're all very realistic. We have teaching members that are doing it on a daily basis. But it all starts with an actual professional education first. You guys don't just open up accounts and just start trading for the hell of it without knowing what you guys are doing. I'm telling you, you guys are going to lose your money. All right, you're going to lose your money. And I want to make sure you guys give yourselves a chance to actually see if you're going to be good at this. A lot of traders, they quit before ever give themselves a chance to actually see if they're good or not because they lose their money before they actually learn and they don't have more money to just put into their account. So it's a sin when that happens because you never even gave yourself a chance. How do you know if you were going to be good or not? You have no idea. Learn first, trade second. That's why our logo at TTG, our slogan, I should say, is learn, trade, profit, not trade, profit, learn. Okay, you got to learn first. All right, so these are all realistic goals. And the reason why this is perfect timing for you guys, for all of you that are newbies, okay, tomorrow is Traderpalooza. Okay, tomorrow is our 3rd Traderpalooza event. What is Traderpalooza? The most amazing thing to ever be created in the trading world. Okay, ask a TTG member how awesome is Traderpalooza. TTG members, guys, sound off, fire away in chat how awesome Traderpalooza is. It is a 12-hour-long virtual trading workshop. Okay, so tomorrow, starting at 7:30 a.m. Eastern until 7:30 p.m. Eastern, it will be recorded. I know that's super early for a lot of our West Coast people. I know that's super early, but it will be recorded. But every hour on the hour, myself and the other moderators in True Trading Group are conducting workshops about different topics. Now, the itinerary is sent out to all of our TTG members so they could see, okay, what time are the specific workshops being held by which moderator, and they can pop in, attend the workshop, then they could leave. Then maybe 2 hours later, they want to attend that specific workshop. They can come back and attend that workshop. It's amazing. We're covering everything from like how to set up your scanner and build a watch list, how to do due diligence to invest in stocks long-term, how to trade if you work a full-time job, how to take a $500 account and grow it to 25,000. I mean, we're going to be covering so many. What are the best setups for swing trading? I mean, these are just some of the topics that we're going to be covering, and every hour is a different topic. Okay, and there are all these different workshops that we're doing throughout the course of the day, and that is for full-time TTG members only. Okay, this is for full-time TTG members only. This is our third Traderpalooza event. Okay, this is our third Traderpalooza event, and it is being held tomorrow. Okay, for full-time TTG members, this is something you guys do not want to miss. Okay, you are going to the amount of education that we're going to cover throughout this Traderpalooza event is worth its weight in gold. I mean, it's crazy. I know it's just a saying, but I'm telling you guys, it's crazy how much value and education that you guys are going to be getting tomorrow. It's our third one. I can't wait. The moderators are stoked. Our members are stoked. And for those of you that are newbies, perfect opportunity for you guys to begin your education there. Perfect opportunity to begin your education there. Okay. So with that being said, guys, we also do have a trial membership. Okay. We also do have a trial membership that I would recommend all of you newbies get started with. Okay. Our trial membership it's a 7-day trial. It's a one-time payment of just $3. That's it. All right. You get 7-day access to our dashboard, which gives you our stock profile tool, which allows you to conduct due diligence and get downloadable PDF reports on companies you're interested in. It allows you to get our daily watch list, so you know what stocks we're looking at and how we're going to trade them each day. 3 sample courses that I wrote for this particular trial, guaranteed to help make you guys better traders. These courses alone will guarantee to make you better traders. 3 courses, multiple chapters, multiple lessons in each course. Okay. And then you also get 3 days in our chat room to trade with us live. All right, that you're going to be able to see our screen, hear us on the mic, get real-time trade alerts right there in our chat room to trade with us side by side. Okay, live. All right, so that's a one-time payment of $3. It is not reoccurring. Okay, it is a one-time payment of $3. Or for that, just go right there to the URL to the bottom of your screen, right there, ttgthree.com. That is a one-time payment, guys. It's $3. What do you have to lose? You can upgrade to a full membership at any time, but you're under no obligation to do so. Okay. Now, if you sign up today for the trial, okay, your days in chat don't start till Monday. Okay, so you'll get 3 days in chat. You sign up today for this, you'll be able to come into our chat room and trade with us live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All right, and then over the weekend you can go over those 3 courses that are included with your trial. Okay, again, guys, it is just a one-time payment. Just a one-time payment of $3. All right, that's it. Not reoccurring. It's less than a cup of coffee. Literally, what do you have to lose? Okay, what do you have to lose? My coffee from Starbucks every day is $4.50. Okay, this is $3. All right. So again, guys, go to ttgthree.com now. All right, now. Let's get into, I want to start to talk to you guys now about QS. QS was my big winner of the day. Home run trade, 38% gain. Bought the thing down around 26, sold it up into the 30s, bought it back in the 30s, and then sold it off again at 36. It was just a monster trade, 38% gains. And with this lesson, I'm going to talk to you guys and explain to you how to use fundamental analysis with technical analysis to have confidence to attack and to pull the trigger on a trade, right? Before I do that, I want everyone on here right now to smash that like button for me, okay? You guys know how much I appreciate you guys showing me love on the YouTube channel. Lets me know that I'm doing this for a reason. You guys appreciate it. You're learning from it. Okay, you guys are learning from these live streams. That's what is the most important thing here for me. So if you guys are enjoying the lives, smash that like button. If you guys are excited to get into the lessons on QS, which was a big runner today and a home run trade for us in chat. If you guys are excited for that analysis, smash that like button before we get things started. Nice. Obi-Wan says, guys, my membership paid for itself in 2 days. My man. That's what I'm talking about. 2 days. Just 2 days. Yes. I love it. Obi-Wan, great job. Nice. Slow Shrink signed up for the lifetime. Yes. Hell yeah. Nice job. Really nice job. All right. All right, guys. So now I'm going to dive in here and now let's talk about QS. Okay. Now we are going to talk about QS, the big win on the day. For that, let's take it to the charts. All right. We're going to zoom this in. We're going to go all the way down to the morning. Here is your morning. Okay. We got a gap up here on QS. Now, what happened here? Gap up on QS. QS is a SPAC, special acquisition, okay, vehicle. All right, special acquisition vehicle. These are entities that managers will put together. They raise a bunch of money from investors, and they take that money and they go out and they acquire companies. Okay. QuantumScape is the name of the company that was brought into this SPAC. This SPAC used to be KCAC, and they acquired QuantumScape. QuantumScape makes batteries for electric vehicles. So the hype of the electric vehicle market is in full effect on this QS trade. Now, when we talk about the fundamental analysis on this trade, because that's the lesson. We're going to combine fundamental with technical to identify a home run trade. You have to think about, okay, what's the hottest sector in the entire market right now? It's electric vehicles, right? The electric vehicle space. Hottest sector in the entire market. So what does this company do? They make batteries for the electric vehicles. Excellent. So you've got industry hype and sector sentiment is already in this stock's favor. But then what else did we have? On CNBC, they started talking about QS because they were having the CEO come on television for a little interview on their first day going public through the ticker symbol QS. So once I heard them say that on CNBC, that this company was going to be coming on, I came on the microphone. Did I or did I not, guys? My THD members, you guys can verify this. I came on the microphone and I said, hey, guys, QuantumScape is going to be on CNBC in a few minutes. Watch to see if we get a big pop in the stock from getting that exposure on CNBC, because one of the contributors on CNBC before leading up to the interview with the CEO said that Bill Gates is backing this company. So you've got the name of Bill Gates. Bill Gates, okay? So now you've got two things working in your favor on QS. Three things already. We haven't even pulled the trigger yet, and we have three things working in our favor. Electric vehicle industry hype, a mention on CNBC where millions of people get to hear the ticker symbol, and now we get to learn that Bill Gates is backing the company. What other company has Bill Gates backed recently that's been in the news, ladies and gentlemen, that has had a ridiculous run? What other company is there? What other company has been in the news lately that's got Bill Gates' name behind it? Nope, not GameStop, not Microsoft, not Snowflake. Nope. Moderna. Yes, Scott, Moderna. mRNA, right? mRNA. Okay, so you have now you have Bill Gates' name was in at the time. The hottest sector was COVID vaccine. That was the hottest sector, right? Well, now the hottest sector is electric vehicle space. Now we've got Bill Gates' name again coming in, backing the company. Perfect. Then the CEO comes on CNBC. Now, once a CEO comes on CNBC, QuantumScape does that. The stock blasts right through the initial morning high. Okay, we blasted right through the initial morning high. All right, let me pull up my trade alerts. So I give you guys the fills. Okay, we blasted through the initial morning high. There was your initial morning high at 25.50. Okay, now we're going to start to talk about using the fundamental analysis in conjunction with technical analysis, because there's your initial morning high. But what do we have here? We broke through the initial morning high on what? The heaviest volume of the entire day, heaviest volume of the entire morning so far through the initial morning high. That means that there's a higher chance that that initial morning high acts as an area of support. And this is when the CEO just came on CNBC and started talking. And the more words that came out of this guy's mouth, the more I liked this play, because you want to know one of the first things that he said was, so-and-so really like our technology. It's been tested. It's been proven successful. And we have the largest automaker in the world backing us. And he said, Volkswagen is our largest shareholder. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was all I needed to hear, because then the stock absolutely exploded. Okay, absolutely exploded as soon as he said that. But where was the buying opportunity? Guys, look, and now for this, I'm going to take you to a 1 minute chart just to show you the price action. I don't use 1 minute charts, but I want to show you the price action. Okay, there's your price action on the 1 minute candle. After we broke through the initial morning high, you can see what we pulled in, and we started to hold that initial morning high as an area of support. You see how we start to hold as an area of support on the initial morning high? So now I'll go back to the 3 minute chart. Okay, we'll pan this back over. And you can see once we broke through that initial morning high, there was that quick little tail on the next 3 minute chart. But again, for those 2 minutes, we sat there at 25.50. And ladies and gentlemen, I jumped in long right there at 26.25. 26.25 is my entry on QS right there in front of 25.50, and the stock explodes. Okay, the stock just absolutely explodes as the CEO begins to say that Volkswagen is their largest shareholder. So now you've got a SPAC, red hot sector, electric vehicle markets, Bill Gates' name being thrown behind the company, and now Volkswagen being thrown behind the company. This is as good of a setup as you guys will find, because you have the fundamental catalyst of everything I just said to you in conjunction with a technical entry point on a trade. Even if that didn't have all those fundamental catalysts, I would still be buying this stock in front of 25.50 because of the technical setup. So now I've got a great looking technical setup with all these fundamental catalysts working in my favor. That's when I told everybody in chat, guys, look for QS to make a run, with the CEO talking here on CNBC. Jumped in 26.25, and I start dishing profits off. Okay, as we surge up, I take profits 27.39. I take more profits before the halt at 28.81, and then the stock halted at 29.12. Excuse me, 29.15 is your halt price. So there's my entry, first take, second take. Then the stock halts. We gap up big all the way to $35. $35 this stock hit after we're long at 26. At this point, I'm holding 25% of my position. Now we go back to, again, technical analysis with fundamental analysis. And the technical analysis now starts to show us that we've got this setup here on QS. Okay, we've got this setup here on QS, and what do we have here? Okay, we have a prior halt price, which is 29.15, lines up dead even with your 50 Fibonacci level. What else is sitting here at my 50 Fibonacci level? This orange line on my screen is my VWAP indicator. I told everybody on the microphone in chat, again, my TTG family members, I want you all to confirm and verify what I am saying, that this is exactly what happened today in chat. I came on the microphone, I said, guys, if this stock pulls back and holds 29, I'm going to look to add back to my full size position. And I said, I think we've got a chance to break through the high of the day. The high of the day was 35. That $29 level, I waited for the pullback, and there it was. That tail right there, you see how we pulled right into that support level, the $29 level that we talked about? We put in a nice tail. We popped right back off it. Right there is where I added back to my full size. Now, I added back at $30.67. Okay, $30.67. And then the stock, based on the technical setup and knowing I've got all these fundamental catalysts working in my favor, I get this beautiful, beautiful move to new highs. It was an absolute thing of beauty. We start our climb. I take a piece of my position off the table right here at 32.20. I take another piece of my position off the table there at 33.57. And then we break through the high of the day and extend. I get another piece of profit all the way up here at 36.20. 36.20. I take another piece off the table. It was actually right there inside that candle. And I held on to one last piece. And then we had this quick pullback and I got flat right there at 34. And you can see, guys, the stock went as high as 40. Okay. The stock went as high as 40. And this was an absolute monster. So again, as we zoom this back in, okay, let's go back to the beginning. There's the first entry, first take, second take. Okay. Then pan over, I added back full size, take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit. This was a textbook, absolutely perfect trade from a technical standpoint, okay, but also on a fundamental standpoint, okay? So perfect trade here based on technicals, but also based on fundamentals, okay? Does anybody have a question about this QS trade before I move on? Congratulations, everyone in chat that caught this trade. This was a beast. Okay, congratulations, those of you that caught this move in chat. It was a beautiful one. I don't think that was a lot of it, Luis. So Luis said, listen, how much of that move do you think was people not able to sell it on Thinkorswim? I don't think it was a lot because people weren't able to buy it either. So it just kind of cancels itself out. I think it actually did more harm than I think there were a lot more people that wanted to buy it and couldn't than there were people that wanted to sell it and couldn't. How did I know to take profit at 36? It was just, I'm just looking for the stock to get through the high of the day and look for an extension through the high. That's all. I was looking for an extension through the high of the day. The high of the day was 35. We shot through 36 and I just took a piece of profit off the table. It wasn't necessarily like a key level or anything like that. I was just looking for extension through the high. Can you explain why this would be a good technical setup without the CEO on TV? Because of the initial morning high setup that I just talked about. So the initial morning high, I'll go back. All right, and I'll take you to a 1 minute chart just so you can, again, see the price action on it. All right, just so again, you can see the price action on it. So again, here's your initial morning high. We broke through the initial morning high on what? Heaviest volume of the day. And then there's your pullback. And then you see how the initial morning high starts to act as an area of support. And then the stock gives you the follow through. All right, then the stock gives you the follow through. Okay, so it's a good technical setup because of that initial morning high, heaviest volume of the day break. Okay, that's why that was a good technical setup in addition to the catalyst that you guys saw there being on TV. And it's not just that it was on TV. Like, it's not just because the company was on TV. It's not, they're on CNBC. It's the electric vehicle space. It's a SPAC. They said Bill Gates is behind the company. And then the CEO comes out and says Volkswagen's our largest shareholder. I mean, guys, like that, what else could you want to cause excitement behind a company that's going to get people to buy the stock? So once I heard those things and I saw that technical setup, I said, man, I'm in this thing. We rode this thing up. We took profits. I bought it back. We took profits again. It was a thing of beauty. Yeah, Sung Ho, that's great. The same setup failed on Works. The setup's not going to work. No setup works 100% of the time, guys. No setup works 100% of the time. That's why this lesson is technical analysis with fundamental analysis to give you the best quality setup that you can possibly imagine. That's why you go ahead and pull the trigger. Yeah, I'll watch QS on Monday as well. I'll watch QS on Monday as well. Yep, I'll watch it. I'll watch it as well. I'll watch it Monday as well. No, I didn't consider swinging it. I did not consider swinging it. Is it too late to buy the stock? It could go higher next week. It could. You know, I'll make that decision on Monday. I'm not going to tell you now, yeah, buy it Monday if it looks like crap on Monday. You got a whole weekend to go through. So I'm going to wait and see what the stock looks like on Monday. What is a full-size trade? A full-size trade is whatever your risk. Thank you, Sarah. Also, I saw it, Sarah. You just answered the question. Is whatever your risk tolerance is. So every trader's got their own risk tolerance. So risk might be one trader might only be comfortable risking $100 on a trade. Another trader might be comfortable risking $5,000 on a trade. Okay, so a full-size trade would be whatever that risk tolerance is for you. So if you said, "Hey, Mike, I'm comfortable risking $500 per trade," so then a full-size trade for you would be you risking $500 from your entry to your stop loss. Okay, a tier one trade would be you risking 25% of that. Okay. A tier one trade would be you risking only 25% of that. That's like a starter, a feeler. You just kind of dipping your toes in the water. Okay. I don't trade crypto. Right, Scott. Based on risk. So full size trade is based on risk. It's not based on your position size. Your position size is going to vary every single trade. You guys have to make sure your risk is the same. Okay, so if you can't just say to yourself, "Oh, I trade with $5,000 position size." You can't do that. Okay, because $5,000 position size is completely different risk on a trade like QS versus a trade like IDEX. Or a trade on GME or on US Steel or on an option trade. Totally different. Totally different. Okay. So you can't just use the same $5,000 for every single trade. You might have $1,000 in one trade. You might have $10,000 in another trade. You might have $5,000 in another. I can have a $10,000 position size, and I can have a $500,000 position size, and I can still risk $5,000 on both trades, depending on where my stop loss is and what the risk is on that particular trade. So that's why a full size trade is max risk, whatever your full risk is. Okay, so like if you are comfortable risking $500 per trade, okay, if you're comfortable risking $500 per trade, okay, if you're comfortable risking $500 per trade, then you're going to position size yourself. So if you get stopped out, you lose $500. That's a full size trade. Now that might be a $5,000 position. That might be a $10,000 position. It might be a $20,000. It all depends on what the risk is on that particular trade. Yep, Scott, my pleasure, man. My pleasure, guys. That's why I'm here. Oh no, John, Janelle, I'm not I'm not bound by PDT. No. No. I did not burn a day trade. No, I have a large account. But in a situation like that, if you are bound by PDT rule, that would count as 2 day trades. So if you buy a stock, sell, okay, and then buy it again and sell, that they're gonna ring you up. They're gonna ring you up for 2 day trades, okay, on that. So it's 2 round trips on your buy. So like, let's say if you bought 1,000 shares and then you sold 500 and 500, that's 1 day trade because it's 1 round trip of the 1,000 shares that you bought. But let's say you buy 1,000 shares, you sell 500, then you buy 500, and then you sell the full 1,000. They're going to hit you for 2 day trades on that because it's 2 different. It's 2 different entries. So they're going to count that as 2 day trades. Okay. Janelle, very important. Okay. The Traderpalooza event that we're doing tomorrow, I'm going to be covering how to grow a small account to over PDT rule. Okay. I'm going to literally tomorrow, I'm talking about how to grow a $500 account to over a $25,000 account. All right. There's very specific rules, specific risk management, specific trading style, specific stocks and options that you want to trade and some you want to stay away from. So I'm going to be covering all of that tomorrow during our Traderpalooza event. How many day trades can you do? It's 3 day trades in a rolling 5 day period. All right. It's 3 day trades in a rolling 5 day period. Correct. KJ Baldwin. Correct. The trial, the 7-day trial for $3 does not get you access to Traderpalooza. Traderpalooza is for full-time TTG members only. All right. How many of you right here, guys, now, how many of you are not members of True Trading Group? Okay, how many of you are not members of True Trading Group? I want you guys to type TTG in chat right now. Okay, if you guys are not members of True Trading Group. This is important, guys, because Traderpalooza is tomorrow. Chris, Michael, KJ, Nima, Sleepy Dragon, Bingo, JC, Bob, Janelle, Bobby, Breadstick, Richard, Sean. Okay. All right. Chris Strunk. Okay. All right, guys. Oh, Amy Joe. Yes. Amy Joe, welcome to the family. Amy, I see you on all the live streams, and every time I'm like, who's not a member of TTG? I always see Amy Joe Wheeler, TTG. Amy says, I don't have to type TTG anymore because now I'm a full-time member. Woohoo! Amy, welcome to the family. Yes. Yes. Hell yeah, Amy. Welcome to the family. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. 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 Oh, I'm happy, Amy. Welcome to the family. So listen, guys, everyone else that just typed TTG in chat, you guys are not a member of TTG. Tomorrow is Traderpalooza, okay? You have to be a full-time member in order to attend Traderpalooza. That's a 12-hour-long virtual trading workshop. I guarantee you are going to learn more tomorrow than you have learned in the entire previous year doing whatever else it is that you've been doing. Okay, I don't care if you're part of a different membership. I don't care if you're part of some special trading club. I don't care if you've watched 1 million videos on YouTube and you've read 1,000 books. You're going to learn more tomorrow in Traderpalooza than you guys probably have for the entire previous year. All right, let me actually show you guys the schedule. Hold on, guys. I'm going to show you. Here we go. Guys, here's our schedule for tomorrow. Okay, just again, for everyone that wants to attend Traderpalooza, this is the schedule for tomorrow. Okay, 7:30 to 8:30, we got the Saturday morning Culotta Club. That's with Jason Simmons. We call him the professor in chat because his teaching abilities for new and inexperienced traders is unmatched. Okay, and he's starting off with the Saturday morning Culotta Club to get everyone started on their day and go over some basic Q&As and watch lists and scanner stuff. He's going to be going over a lot of that stuff early in the morning. Then you have me for 3 hours back to back to back covering 3 different topics. From 8:30 to 9:30, I'm going to go over how to grow a small account from 500 to 25,000. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I'm going to give you specific rules, risk management, type of trades you want to be focusing on how to do it. Okay, then from 9:30 to 10:30, you've got how to trade successfully with a full-time job. For those of you that work full-time jobs, how many of you right now, okay, I'm sure there's a lot of people on this live stream that work full-time jobs and are probably like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this. I work a full-time job. How many of my TTG members that are on this live stream right now, how many of you work a full-time job? If you work a full-time job, type the letter I. If you work a full-time job, type the letter I. I want to show other people that work full-time jobs they feel like they might not be able to benefit. I want them to see how many of my TTG family members actually work full-time jobs. Okay, the majority of our members work full-time jobs. All right, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that from 9:30 to 10:30. Then from 10:30 to 11:30, we're getting mental trader psychology, baby. We're going to talk about how to avoid falling victim to FOMO and how to gain confidence in pulling the trigger. Stop second guessing your analysis. How do you get confirmation it's time to pull the trigger? That's what we're going to be talking about from 10:30 to 11:30. Then 11:30 to 12:30, a lunchtime Q&A session where the moderators are going to be live answering any questions that you guys have live. Okay, that's going to be our lunchtime session. That's your chance to get a sandwich, get a quick bite to eat, ask some questions before we dive back in at 12:30 to 1:30. Jason the Wolf Spadafora, okay, and Chris Toner, who's been trading options for over 20 years, is going to talk about getting started trading options 101. That's going to be, you guys, have you been interested in learning how to trade options and get started? We're going to go over that at 12:30. Then from 1:30 to 2:30, the Wolf, Jason Spadafora, who is the leading voice in the cannabis space, who has not had a losing trade in the cannabis market since like July or August. Unbelievable. This guy's ability to trade these cannabis stocks, unmatched. I've never seen anything like it. He's going to go over with you at 1:30. Long-term cannabis investments. For those of you that believe in the cannabis market in the future and you want to invest long-term, he's going to go over with you the best stocks to invest in long-term and what are the prices that he's looking to buy, add, and then take profits. From 2:30 to 3:30, you've got Chris Toner. We call him our due diligence master because his due diligence methods are unrivaled. Okay, he's going to show you how to conduct proper due diligence in the electric vehicle sector. Remember what we talked about earlier on this live stream? I told you guys there's tremendous opportunity in the EV sector, but a lot of these companies are not going to make it. How can you determine which companies are going to be the juggernauts and what companies are going to be the juggernauts? Okay, so go over that with Chris Toner at 2:30 to 3:30. He's also going to cover other due diligence on long-term investing. Then from 3:30 to 4:30, Jason Simmons, the professor, is going to show you how to properly set up scanners and how to build a watch list. From 4:30 to 5:30, Jay Downing, who is our master swing trader in chat. Okay, all he focuses on are swing trades. He's going to show you what are the best chart patterns and the best setups 4 swing trades. And then finally, we close things out 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. with understanding and profiting from technical indicators and chart patterns with a closing Q&A session with both Jason Simmons and Jay Downing. Guys, this is the schedule for Traderpalooza. Okay, this is a 12-hour long virtual trading event. Okay, virtual trading workshop event. You can log in and out of chat of this virtual event at your will. If you want to attend whatever workshop you want to attend, you log in for that, log out, come back for the next one. Okay? That is our Traderpalooza event. All right, guys? This is for full-time TTG members only. Okay? It's for full-time TTG members only. If you want to join TTG full-time, okay? If you want to join TTG full-time, you are in luck because today's Black Friday. All right, today's Black Friday, and we have actually a 43% discount for those of you that are interested in joining the team full time. Let me explain to you what you get with your full-time membership, aside from being able to join us for Traderpalooza tomorrow. Again, the 7-day trial, you will not get access to Traderpalooza if you're on the 7-day trial. Okay, so join the team full-time with coupon code TTG1120. Use that coupon code to get a 43% discount and join us on Traderpalooza. With your full membership, it is a 1-year all-inclusive membership that gets you access to our trading chat room every day from 7:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. Eastern time is when we close down that chat. In our chat room, myself, the moderators, we share our screen with you during the day. We are live on the microphone telling you what we're doing, what we're seeing, what we're buying, what we're selling, what we expect to happen. I tell you guys and walk you through it live on the microphone. Okay? So you guys know exactly what we're doing. It's very easy to follow our trades. We're not scalpers. We're not in and out of trades within seconds. Our trades last several minutes to several hours, sometimes several days long. Okay, so it's very easy to follow along with what it is that we are trading. We also have a live Benzinga news feed directly in chat, which gives you up to the second breaking news alerts. We have a squawk box feature. So if you can turn on your speakers and someone will read out loud to you the news headlines, so you don't have to read them yourself. You can just listen. Okay, if you guys are focused and honed in on a trade and you don't want to read anything, you can just listen with that squawk box feature. We also have a trade ideas scanner, momentum, high a day, volume increase scanner right there for you in chat. That streams live throughout the day that you will also be able to have access to. And we have real-time push notifications right there in chat whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. And as a full-time member, you can use our mobile app. Like I said, many of our members work full-time jobs. So we have spent the money to develop a mobile app, okay, which is downloadable on iPhone and Android, which allows you to be logged into chat even if you're not in front of your computer, and you can still see the screen share, and you can listen to the audio analysis, and you get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. Okay? So you guys will be able to get all of that in our chat room, and we're currently sporting a 78% win rate in chat, which means whenever myself or any of the other moderators calls out a trade in chat, it is a profitable one 78% of the time. That is the win rate that we are currently sporting. You will also get access to everything else included. Guys, we are a one-stop shop, okay? You sign up one membership, you get access to everything. Everything's all inclusive. It's not different levels of membership, okay? You get all of our courses. This is a 15-course curriculum that I wrote. It is a simplified version of the education I received working at a hedge fund. Okay, you're going to get beginner foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, swing trading courses, trader psychology courses, how to trade during a market crash, everything. You get access to all of our courses. This is the same education that allowed me to go on to receive a Trader of the Year award in 2008 while working at a hedge fund. This is a simplified version of that material. You are getting a professional education when you guys sign up for True Trading Group. This is all on top of Traderpalooza tomorrow, guys. And you're also going to get access to all of our resources and tools. Okay, you're going to be able to use our trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time level 1 and real-time level 2. Practice implementing what you learn in the courses. Practice it on the simulator before you start trading with real money. You'll be able to use our stock screener, which allows you to filter through thousands of stocks during the day to see what are the best stocks to be focusing on during the day. What are the hottest stocks give you the best chance to profit? Our stock profile tool, which I told you about, that gives you a downloadable PDF report. on the company you're interested in, with general news, insider transactions, SEC filings, corporate events, and analyst ratings, compilation of all the analyst ratings. Okay. All of that is included with your Traderpalooza. And then after Saturday, you're going to be talking about, in addition to all the courses, over 90 hours of additional educational video content. This is on top of the courses. The courses come in text and video format. On top of that, you're going to get over 90 hours of workshops and webinars, because every month we conduct workshops and webinars for our members. Okay. Tomorrow is the big one. Tomorrow's Traderpalooza. That's a 12-hour long event. Okay. It is recorded. So you guys will be able to go back through that video library and watch all of those educational videos. And then as a full-time member, you can join full-time on all these workshops, including Traderpalooza tomorrow. Use this coupon code. You can join us tomorrow and all future workshops live. So you can ask questions, interact with us live. Anyone that signs up with this coupon code is also going to get a free one-on-one mentor session with a pro moderator. That's going to be a 1-hour one-on-one session to review your trading, talk about your strengths, your weaknesses, where you're making mistakes, and how to fix them so we can improve your P&L. You're also going to get to use our TradingView Pro charting software, and also get access to all future courses and resources. So I told you guys, no upsells. Okay, pay one price, you get access to everything. We're like the Netflix of trading communities. When you guys sign up, okay, when you guys sign up for the full-time membership, okay, let's say you do that now, and let's say next month I come out with a new course. That course is automatically included with your membership. Okay, you don't have to pay more for the new course. It's like when Netflix comes out with a new TV show, they don't ask you to pay more money to watch it. It's included in your membership. Same thing goes with us. So guys, we're taking, okay, the top premium trading tools and products, we're bundling them together, and it's included in your membership, like the Benzinga newsfeed, the Squawk Box, the Trade Ideas Scanner, the real-time level 1 and level 2, the trade simulator, the TradingView Pro charting software, the stock profile tool. All of these things are included in your membership. At least minimum 10 easy to follow, real-time, actionable trade alerts from a community of pro traders that's currently has a 78% win rate. You're going to get 15 courses that are designed by a former award-winning hedge fund trader, myself. These are professional education you guys are getting. Over 90 hours of workshops, additional video content, the Traderpalooza event, which is tomorrow, the 12-hour long event. Access to our chat room where you guys could actually send me DMs, message me, message other moderators throughout the day, ask us questions. All of this is included with your membership. A membership would usually cost you, okay, $2,048 for the year normally. But right now with the coupon code TTG1120, it knocks it all the way down to only $1,160. That is a 43% discount. That is our Black Friday sale, guys. That is a 43% discount. You're going to get everything that we just talked about. And because it's Black Friday, and because I want to make sure all of you have access to the right resources and tools to give you the best chance of becoming consistently profitable, anyone that signs up here by midnight tonight is going to get a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. It is the perfect mobile device to keep you connected and help you trade and learn while you're on the go. Whether you're on a conference call, you're at your kid's soccer game, you're stuck in traffic, whatever it is. Sign up by midnight tonight. We're going to give you a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD so you have a bigger screen that you can place your trades on, do your learning, do your education, and be able to follow along with that mobile app. We're going to cover shipping. It's a complete total gift from me to you, okay? And everything else that you get included. Guys, let me put this into perspective for you. The Benzinga Pro newsfeed, that alone costs $11.88 for the year. If you went to Benzinga and said, I want your Pro newsfeed, you're up to the second Pro newsfeed and Squawk Box, they're going to charge you $1,188 for the year. You can get that included with your coupon code today for just $11.60 with everything else I just explained to you. You guys realize how crazy that is? The value that you're getting, okay? The trade simulator. A trade simulator, that's $750 for the year, included with your membership. Real-time level 1, level 2 for all market exchanges. That's $990 for the year. That's included with your membership. TradingView Pro charting software. Go to TradingView tomorrow and say, I want to sign up for your TradingView Pro charting software. They're going to say, cool, $720 for the year, included with your membership. Guys, that's $3,648 in premium resources and tools that successful traders use on a daily basis that we are including for free when you use coupon code TTG1120 and pay only $1,160 for the entire year. Okay. And you guys are going to want to make sure that you use that coupon code and lock in that price, because you are not only locking in the 43% discount today, but you're locking it in for next year. Because let's say next year, when it comes time for your membership to renew, let's say the price of our membership is $2,200. You're not paying $2,200 next year. You're only paying $1,160. So you lock yourself in at that price for when it comes time to renew next year. Now you're going to say, well, Mike, well, that's a little ambitious. How do you know I'm going to want to renew my subscription? I'm going to tell you why I know you're going to want to renew your subscription. Because right now, 80% of our TTG members are making back 7 to 10 times their membership fee within the first 6 months of their membership. That's how I know you're going to want to renew your membership. Because I'm telling you right now that if you were to take $1,160 right now, invest in yourself, use coupon code TTG1120, get a professional education, that there's an 80% chance you can make 11 grand in the next 6 months. Would you do it? Would you take that deal? Of course you would. If I took you to Vegas right now and said, hey, put your money on red because there's an 80% chance it's going to come out, and instead of giving you just 2 to 1 on your money, they're actually going to offer you 10 to 1 on your money. There's an 80% chance it's coming out red. Are you going to put your money on black? No. You're going to take that bet every single time. That's how I know that you guys are going to want to renew your subscription, because 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in 6 months. 30% of them are actually doing it in 1 month. Okay, but the majority, 80% of them are 10 times within just the first 6 months of their membership, and that's because the education works. Okay, that is because the education works. Again, for those of you that are not ready to join the team here full time, if you're not ready to join the team full time, you're not ready to join Traderpalooza, okay, we do still have that 7-day trial for you. Okay, that's a 7-day trial. It's a one-time payment. It's only $3. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time during that trial, but you're under no obligation to do so. It's literally one-time payment of $3. You have spent $3 on such more dumb stuff. This is $3 that could literally potentially change your life. Go to ttgthree.com to gain access to your 7-day trial. That's going to get you 7-day access to our dashboard, the stock profile tool, the daily watch list, the 3 sample courses, the 3 days in our chat room. All of that is included in the 7-day trial for just a one-time payment of $3. Look at Phil, guys. Phil Titus made his membership fee back the very next day. Okay, look at this. All right. And it's nothing special. It's education. That's what makes the difference. It's a professional education, guys. It's not a secret. It's not any special pattern that nobody else knows about. Okay. It's an education. That's what makes the difference. You're smart people. All you need is someone to teach you, and you'll pick it up, but no one has ever taught you. People just say, I bought here, I sold here, I made 10 grand. Look at me, follow me, I'm the best. But nobody ever taught you. Nobody ever taught you. I'm here to teach you how and explain to you why I bought the stock here, why I sold the stock here. Someone just needs to teach you, and you guys can pick it up. That's why 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in 6 months. It's because they're getting the education. They're learning how to do it. Okay. I didn't know how to trade when I got hired at the hedge fund. I didn't just wake up one day and become successful. I was taught. I didn't figure it out on my own. I was taught by other successful traders. Okay. I was taught. All right. So you guys can join that 7-day trial for a one-time payment of $3. Go to ttgthree.com. Again, that will not get you access to Traderpalooza tomorrow, though. If you guys want to get access to Traderpalooza, you've got to use coupon code TTG1120. And check this out. It's Black Friday, right? It's Black Friday. So not only am I already giving you a 43% discount, not only am I already giving you an Amazon Kindle Fire, but I'm going to do you guys one better, because I'm so damn confident in the educational program. I see the success that members have. I see the success that I have with the education that I received. I'm giving you that same education. I see the success members are having. So I'm going to make a deal with you. Anyone that's on the fence here right now, if you're still on the fence, I'll make you a deal. Sign up right now with coupon code TTG1120. Go through all the courses. complete the courses, and then there's exams. There's quizzes at the end of every exam. There's quizzes at the end of every course. Complete them. Get an 85 or higher on all those quizzes. Do your one-on-one. That's included with your membership, which is a 1-hour session with a trader, a pro trader, okay? Do that. Do those 3 things. And if you still do not make back the membership fee within at least one time, within your year membership, I'm going to give you a full refund. I'm going to give you a full refund. I'll say it again. Sign up with TGD 1120. Complete the courses. Get an 85 or higher on all your exams. Do your one-on-one. If you do not make back $1,160 at least once throughout the course of your membership, I'm going to give you all of your money back. That's how confident I am in our program. Putting our money where our mouth is. I'm going to remove the risk of I've just covered your membership cost. I have just covered it for you. What do you have to lose? Other than maybe now becoming a consistently profitable trader. What else do you have to lose by maybe never reaching? All of you. I asked all of you before, what are your goals? You all typed in your goals. Well, now what do you have to lose? It's not 1160 because I just covered that for you. Now what you have to lose is never achieving those goals. That's what you have to lose now. That's what you're risking. You're risking getting an education, being able to invest for the long term, supplementing your income, being able to tell your boss to go screw himself, to take that dream vacation with your family, retire early. This is what you're now giving up. Are those things worth 1160? Which is worth more to you? Because I've just covered your 1160. So would you rather give up all of those potential goals and dreams that you have, which is the reason why you're on YouTube finding and searching and looking for educational tools? Guys, your best chance to do this is right now. Right now, the price is not going to be better in December. Okay, this is your Black Friday sale. This is TTG 1120 coupon code. That's going to get you the 43% discount, and I'm going to give you the money back guarantee, and you can join us for Traderpalooza tomorrow. This is an absolute no-brainer, guys. It's usually $2,048. It's now just $1,160. And we're almost there for our Tesla giveaway, by the way. So every time that we get 300 new members, we raffle off a Tesla. If the winner doesn't want the Tesla, we give them $30,000. All you need to do is be a member to be included in the raffle. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're probably about 80%, or maybe 70. I have to check. I got to check how close we are, but we're almost there. Okay. We're almost there. Wow. We're 82% of the way there. I can't wait. I can't wait. I love this is like my favorite part. My favorite part is to raffle off potentially life-changing money for somebody. Oh my God, it gets me so pumped. It gets me so excited. I love it. I look forward to it so much. So again, all you gotta do is be a member and you guys are included in that raffle. Okay. If you're number 301, sorry, you're getting pushed to the next raffle. No dice. You're not included in this one. So guys, get a 43% discount, get a free Amazon Kindle Fire, get a one-on-one with a pro trader, join us for Traderpalooza, and give yourself a chance to win a damn Tesla. Guys, come on. Come on. Let's be real. All right. This is the mother of all Black Friday sales. You've never seen a Black Friday sale like this before in your life. And on top of that, you're getting $3,600 in free resources. Okay. In free resources. All of those services like the Benzinga newsfeed, all that's all included. It's nuts. Nuts, guys. I'm literally telling you, take 1160, invest in yourself right now, and give yourself a chance to become a consistently profitable trader, guys. Use that coupon code TTG1120. Get your butts in Traderpalooza tomorrow. Okay, for those of you that are Top Gun fans, I want some butts, and I want them now. Okay, if you're a Top Gun fan, I want butts in chat tomorrow for Traderpalooza, getting ready to learn, trade, and profit with myself and the rest of TGD fam. In case you guys can't tell, I'm pumped for Traderpalooza. Use that coupon code. Join me tomorrow. Otherwise, don't forget, we do have that 7-day trial. We do have that 7-day trial if you guys are not ready to pull the trigger. Okay, for that, go to ttgthree.com. One-time payment of $3, but you won't be able to join us for Traderpalooza. You won't be included in the Tesla giveaway. You won't be included in the Amazon Kindle. Okay. So again, use that coupon code TG1120, get your free Amazon Kindle Fire, get a money back guarantee, get that 43% discount, and join us in Traderpalooza tomorrow. All right. That's it, guys. That is all. All right. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight on this live stream. You guys are the best. I love you all. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Go get some last minute shopping in, okay, on Black Friday. But the best purchase that you guys are ever going to make, I promise you that, is right here on this live with coupon code TTG1120, because you can go out and buy yourself a pair of shoes, a purse, a jacket, okay, buy yourself a new TV. None of those things are going to help you tell your boss to go screw, get a dream vacation, earn supplemental income. None of those things are going to help you change the rest of your life. A membership to True Training Group absolutely positively could, because you're seeing it right now every single day with our TGD family members. It's time that you guys hopped on board with coupon code TG1120. I will see all of you in Traderpalooza tomorrow. We start 7:30 a.m. Eastern, bright and early. I kick on at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. You've got me till 11:30 tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys in Traderpalooza. Coupon code TTG1120. Have a great night. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see those of you that do not join me tomorrow. I'll see you guys on the live stream Sunday night while we talk about what to expect for the week ahead. Have a great night, guys. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Flip those notifications, that notification bell with your mouse. Make sure you guys never miss out on any one of these lives. I'll see you guys all later. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Later, guys.